Yeah, hi, good morning. We're doing just for documentation purposes only. Let's now establish as to why we actually have a Zoom. So for the class of 186P, under week number 9, we provided them with the following Zoom links. So here's a Zoom link and the people that we wanted to see. So we wanted to see starting at 7:30, Borloan, Kabatbat, Fabon, Flores, Grande, and then Itos. So that being said, let's now establish the time of this recording. So as of the moment, it is now 7:32 in the morning, and the day is Friday, October 10, 2025. So we're waiting for Borloan to actually come in. So as we wait for Berloan, we'll pause the recording and we'll resume either to mark passage of time or when he finally comes in for a session. Yeah, resuming the recording because I am seeing already someone in the Zoom room. But she Jules just came in early. We're expecting Miss Kabatbat or Jules to come in at 7:45, but it is still 7:36 and the time of Berlon. But since Jules is already here, might as well see her now. So that being said, let's just mark the time and date. Oh, she stepped up. Anyways, again, just to mark passage of time. Yeah, hi. Jules is already back. So let's just mark time. I will now be admitting her. Hi, Jules. Good morning.
Good morning po, sir.
Kamusta? Quick lang. Can you open the camera now for documentation purposes? Yo. Oh, yes. Ano, musta?
Magpapa-consult lang po about dun sa company. If okay lang po yung
Oo naman. Siyempre.
post-production ng media.
Sige na, go. You may share your slide.
Ay, wala pa sir akong slide kasi magpapa-approve pa po sana ng
Okay, sige.
company pala.
What is it? What is it?
Ano po, yung sa post-production na lang po sa ABS kung paano po yung flow from pagtapos ng shooting saan ta? Hanggang distribution po sa mga channels sa online and sa TV.
Okay.
If allowed po ba yan?
Hindi, hindi, hindi. Paano ulit-ulit? So, nag-shoot sila. So, in essence, meron silang,
Materials po.
so may material. Tapos, siyempre, yung material, papasok sa editing, ayusin yung
Opo.
sound. Tapos, kung meron mga soundtrack yan, so lalagyan, so aayusin. Tapos,
After po nun, titignan yung quality sa may producer naman po yun for the master file. Tapos, saka po siya i-distribute.
i-distribute yung alin.
Yung final output na po.
So yung para lumalabas yung pinaka-tape, parang gano'n.
Opo.
Gaano kadami ba yung dinidistribute na yun?
Depende sa sir, sa show.
Like,
Kung ilang,
for example, what specific show are we talking about?
yung ongoing po ngayon,
Like
example
what nga?
pa,
Like what?
yung Sins of the Father, sir, siya Batang Quiapo.
Alam mo,
Go for
ano
it.
to, di ba? So, ang
Sabi.
klase natin supply chain, di ba?
Opo.
Okay. Alam mo magandang supply chain if you're talking about shooting and production.
Ano po, sir?
The actual shooting.
Ano, sir?
Yung actual shooting. Hindi kasi,
Di ko marinig, sir.
the actual shooting.
Ah,
Alam mo kung bakit?
yung sa
Manggagaling sa
logistics po
studio.
nila.
Tapos kung maglo-location sila, dadalhin mo lahat
Ang
from the
gamit.
studio to location. Tapos kung mag-iiba ka pa ng location, dadalhin mo ulit
Tra-transport.
yung lahat papunta sa susunod na location. So yun, logistics talaga yun at saka supply chain. Mabuti sana kung camera equipment o production equipment lang ang iniisip mo doon. Eh pati yung tent ng pati yung tent ng production, tent ng creatives, tent ng
Pati food, sir.
talent. Hindi lang yun. Pati pagkain nila. Ano yun? Logistics and supply chain talaga yun.
Sige, sir, yun na lang po.
Oh, di ba? Yun talaga, solid yun. Maniwala ka sa
Sige.
akin.
Opo.
As in, hindi lang yun. Sasama pa, kunyari sa location, di ba? Kasama pa, pati generator. Alam mo yun, kasi
Opo.
alam mo, manghiram sila ng ano, sa barangay, pwede po ba makisaksak dito?
Nag-bumper bigla.
Di ba? Di ba, meaning,
Opo.
you've seen, ano naman, di ba?
Opo.
You've seen production na may shooting, di ba? Usually, makikita mo maraming ilaw. Tapos makikita mo lagi may equipment
May
sa
power source
ah,
po na
may
dala.
power source. Eh, minsan pa, may mga talent na maaarte. Kapag gusto, may aircon pa. So, maglalabas sila ngayon ng parang ano, basta mayroon silang
Yung
aircon.
parang nasa gym, sir, yung malaking
Yun,
square.
yung ganon. Yun. Logistics yun at saka supply chain.
Sige, sir. Yun na
Mas
lang po
maganda yun.
yung...
Mas maganda yun. Tsaka ano yun eh, if you read about logistics and supply chain kasi, ang logistics and supply chain kasi, ah, nagsimula yan talaga dahil sa mga gera-gera. Siyempre, di ba, mangyari? Nung gera-gera nung unang panahon. So, siyempre, meron kang landing, o basta mga soldiers, di ba? So, magdadala ka ng mga sundalo papunta doon. Wala namang sundalo lang dalhin mo. Paano mo papakainin yun? So, yung mga ganun. So, logistics talaga yan. So, mas malapit sa history ng logistics supply chain yung pag-shooting. Kung gusto, maganda yan. Tapos, syempre, interesante
Sige
pa,
po.
di ba? Kasi showbiz, di ba? So, yun. Ano? Kung yan ang gagawin mo, approve.
Sige, sir. Yun na po. Tapos sa next consultation, doon na po ako mag-present ng slides.
Hindi, sige, teka lang. O, sa ano na natin, sa karirin na natin itong, teka lang, let me, teka lang, Okay. Ako naman kasi, I think, I don't know if you've noticed it. Ang vibe ko kasi, I don't mind when students use artificial intelligence. So, ang ginawa ko, gumawa ko ng prompt. Ayan. So, as a logistics and supply chain management student, analyze a film, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, I will put this thing as kokopyahin ko yung prompt. Forward ko dito sa chat natin. Okay. So, ito na. So, siyempre, as you probably have noticed or seen it already, ang Gemini, ChatGPT, or any generative AI, ano yan? Magbibigay at magbibigay talaga ng output. Okay? Yun lang, ang kailangan mo lang tingnan kasi is that magbibigay siya ng output. Tapos actually wala siyang pakialam kung tama yan o hindi. Kasi hindi naman siya nag-iisip, di ba? So, galing sa training yung kanyang niluluwa. Kaya nagtatanong siya whether you like it or you don't like what it actually produces. Now, bakit ganun yung logic? Kasi ang logic nito ganito. Ina-assume kasi ng gumawa ng generative AI na yung mga taong nagtatanong sa kanya o taong gagamit sa kanya is meron siyang sitwasyon. Ibig sabihin, does the user find himself or herself in a situation at kailangan niyang merong pagtanungan. So, yung prompt na ginagawa mo is shaped by the situation that you were in. Kaya ikaw din yung magsasabi whether ang binibigay niya ba sa'yo is something that is something you like or something you don't like. Ibig sabihin, is it useful or not? Hindi siya nagtatanong kung tama ba yan o mali. Okay? So, that being said, ginawa ko yung ginawa ko yung prompt at ito ang nilagay niya. Ang framing kasi natin sa klase natin ng supply chain, ang lente natin is facilities, inventory, transportation, sourcing, information. Yung pricing hindi kasi gaanong parte dito. So, typical sa ganito, magluluwa talaga yan. Tingnan mo ang mga issues niya from a logistics supply chain pagdating sa facilities. Kanina kasi pinag-uusapan lang natin pagdala ng equipment, di ba? Ito, papaano kung magbibuild ka pa din ng set? O, di ba? Tapos dadalhin mo doon. Issue yan. Okay? So, if you want, try natin. Total, inano ko naman yung kinapi ko naman yung prompt. Ilagay mo dyan sa AI na ginagamit mo. Tapos let's have a discussion. Sige. Copy the prompt I posted dyan sa chat. Tapos pakita mo kung ano lumabas sa'yo. Tapos let's have a discussion.
Share screen na po kasi. Wait.
Sige. Share na lang your screen. O yan. Di ba? Sige lang, baba. Pati pa nga yung pagpili mo ng location kung saan ka magsushoot eh. Yun nga masaya dyan eh. Minsan yung location mo, minsan pangit.
Mahirap po mag-transport.
Di ba? May ganun eh. So talagang logistics and supply chain talaga yan. As in. Tapos seryoso yan. Kukumputin pa nila talaga yung actual na required power na kailangan nilang i-generate para malaman nila kung ilang equipment at ilang camera lang yung pwede nilang i-handle. I mean, di ba? So, logistics and supply chain issue talaga siya. At you move
Yan dito
from...
sa
Go ahead.
Yung procurement po, magfa-fall din po ba siya under pricing? Kasi 'di ba may budget po yun.
Yeah.
Kasi nakalagay po dito sourcing eh.
Hmm.
Okay lang po, lipat ko na lang siya.
Yeah. Hmm. Pwede. Tapos eto na. So that being said, yun ang dahilan why I wanted the students to have a conversation first with the company. Kasi based on the situation that you are in, okay? Ikaw ngayon yung mag-filter kung yung niluluwa ng generative AI, does it make sense? Okay, so stop share. So yun yung dahilan kung bakit yung framing natin sa klase natin ta. Okay? Yun ang dahilan kung bakit ang framing natin sa klase is ganito ang sequence. Pumili ka muna ng kumpanya, i-analyze mo o kilalanin mo yung kumpanya. Tsaka then and only then, do you choose which drivers do you wanna focus on? Kasi kapag hindi mo na kinilala yung kumpanya at basta bumanat ka lang o dumiretso ka ng kaagad sa generative AI, hindi mo masisituate kung yung binubuga o yung binibigay ng generative AI ay actually makes sense to you. Kaya kailangan magsimula ka muna doon sa kumpanya. Kilalanin mo muna siya. Ano ba talaga yung issue? So yun. Ako naman kasi, the reason why medyo naintindihan ko yung film at saka TV production because mga up to about 2018 to 2019, ever since, simula pa nung college ako, nung edad mo, I've been involved in quite a number of this. So, gets ko kung ano yung galawan coming na magpo-pull out ka ng equipment coming from the studio, tapos dadali mo sa location. So, yung mga ganon. Tapos, ibabalik mo pa ulit yun. So, marami yun. At saka ano, ang daming, pati costume pa niyan, di ba? Can you imagine the inventory na kailangan mong puntahan, lilista mo na pull out mo talaga siya. Tapos pag binalik mo, the inventory again, di ba? I mean, madami yan. I mean, most people don't just realize it. No? So anyways, kaya maganda na napili mo yan. Kaso kanina lang, medyo yung framing mo kanina, na post-production kasi yung naisip mo eh. Medyo manipis yun eh. Kasi the reason why medyo manipis, kasi baka mamaya yung ginagamit na nilang for broadcast, baka hindi na kasi physical copy yung dinadala. Diba?
Kaya po sir, more on digital na po.
Yes. So, medyo parang, meron pa din yun, pero parang pilit na siya. Okay?
Bihira na lang.
Medyo
For
pilit na.
inventory na lang po siya
Yes.
papasok
So,
kung
parang,
sakali.
parang manipis, di ba? Pero kapag pumunta ka doon sa production talaga, o yung makita mo,
Madami-dami
oh
pong
my
output.
Lord, ang daming logistics at supply chain talaga doon. Okay? So,
Okay po sir.
klaro na. Okay, so
Apo.
that being said, okay, so ano na yung magiging expectation natin ngayon? So para at least you will have a direction, so to speak. So eto. So, ang inaasahan ko sa'yo when we see each other again, sana yun, makapagbigay ka na ng company at saka industry overview. Tapos tingnan mo na rin how they go about sourcing, do they use information technology, tapos na, facilities, inventory, at saka yung transportation. Ano lang muna, observation mo, analysis mo on how they go about this thing. Tapos, siguro next week, may magsimula ka na rin sa part 2. Okay? So, klaro ang expectation ko from you
Opo
next week,
sir.
would be yung part 1. Okay, buong part 1, ha? Okay?
Okay po. Apo.
Okay. O sige, any more questions? You're
None
good?
so far po,
You're
sir.
good na?
Thank you po. Apo.
Okay, sige, sige. Stay safe, Jules. Okay.
Bye, sir. Thank
Okay,
you
sige,
po.
okay, okay. No problem. So there. So that's Jules. So right now the time date is already 8:01. So we're now waiting on the next student to come into class. So so after Jules, the person that we wanted to see would be Fabon. So let me just show you that particular sequence. So Borlon was a no-show. Jules, we just finished. They were now moving on to Fabon and then Flores, Grande, and Idos. Okay, so Fabon is scheduled to come in at 8 o'clock. It is already 8:02. So that being said, we'll be pausing the recording and we'll resume either to mark passage of time or when Fabon actually comes in for a session. So pausing the recording again. Yeah, I see a student coming into the Zoom room. Uh, that's marked time and date. So as of the moment, it is already 8:34. So let's step back a bit and see where we are when it comes to things. So just to be clear, since it is already 8:34, Borlongan was a no-show, Kapatpat came in, and since it is already 8:34, I am already supposed to be seeing Miss Grande, who is actually in the Zoom room, Zoom's waiting room. So that being said, I just want to document that Fabon was a no-show, Flores was a no-show. So I am now accepting Miss Angeline J into the Zoom room. So accepting her now. Good morning.
Good morning po, sir.
Yeah. Okay, wait, sorry. How should I call you? Angeline ba? Angel or what?
Angeline po, sir.
Okay, ayaw mo na Angel.
Ah, okay lang naman din po.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Sir,
Kumusta?
magpe-present na po ako ng company po.
Okay, sige, go ahead.
Kita na po, sir.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. 11:28, tama ba?
Apo.
Okay.
So, good day po, sir. I'll be presenting my supply chain analysis of a small business called
Pwede bang
One.
lakasan mo konti? Lakasan mo yung boses mo.
Okay po. Good day po, sir. I'll be presenting my supply chain analysis of a small business called 1128 Tea and Cafe Shop, which operates under Mackenzie Milk Tea Shop in Valenzuela City. So, 1128 Shop is a small branch under Mackenzie Milk Tea Shop located in Valenzuela City. It is a take-out-only store, meaning all orders are for pick-up or to go. The main customers are students from nearby schools and residents in the area. The shop offers a wide variety of drinks such as classic milk tea flavors, cheesecake milk tea, coffee, fruit teas, fraps, and milk series. These options attract different kinds of customers, especially students who are enjoying trying different flavors, and their drinks are very affordable, ranging from 29 pesos to 100 pesos. 1128 shop makes money through daily drink sales. The shop buys its ingredients like milk, tea, and toppings from suppliers. Since the drinks are low cost, the business focuses more on maintaining high daily sales and consistent product quality rather than earning big profits from each drink. So for strategic drivers, sourcing and purchasing. 1128 shops orders ingredients and packaging materials every 3 weeks to 1 month, such as tea leaves, sugar, powdered flavorings, plastic cups, and other packaging materials. Since the shop only serves a small number of customers, supplies last longer. However, this schedule can be tricky. If demand supply suddenly increases, the store might run out of ingredients before the next restock. On the other hand, ordering too much can lead to spoilage of perishable items such as milk or pearls. The shop uses a man for information technology. The shop uses a manual recording system and does not have a POS or point of sale system. This means all sales and inventory tracking are written down by hand. Without a digital system, it is hard to monitor which product sells best or how much inventory remains. This sometimes causes ordering or running out of stock unexpectedly. So for logistical drivers facilities, the shop operates in a small but efficient space with areas for preparation, storage, and customer service located in Valenzuela City, keeping it close to the main customers, which are students and residents. For inventory, due to limited space, only small quantities of ingredients are stored. So perishable items like milk and pearls are restored regularly, while dry goods are stored in bulk. So for transportation, ingredients and packaging are delivered by suppliers. That's all po. Thank you po.
Sige. O, tara, simulan na natin. Okay. Naka-laptop ka ba, Angeline?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, sige. Ano bang ginagamit mo, generative AI?
ChatGPT po.
Bakit yun?
Ayun po yung nakasanayan.
Okay, sige. I just sent you a chat message. So that's actually a prompt. So please open your generative AI of choice. Tapos, kopyahin mo yung prompt. I-paste mo siya doon. Tapos, yun. Then let's have a discussion.
Okay po, sir.
Angeline, how many more units ka pa?
Po?
How many more units ka pa
After this sem po or ngayon po?
after this end?
Ano po? 39 na lang po, sir.
Wow. Okay. So,
Kung
so
mapapasa
amoy
po
ano,
lahat.
so amoy PICC ka na, ganun ba yan?
Po?
Amoy PICC ka na.
Hindi pa. May exit pa po kasi.
Okay, siya. Pero malapit na, no?
Yes po. Sana po.
Okay. Sana wag na umabot ng 2027 yan, di ba?
Sir, parang aabot po kasi may 3 terms pa po halos.
Tapos ka-grad, tapos may graduation pa. Okay.
Yes po, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Sige.
nakape ko na po.
Okay, go. Share what ChatGPT produced for you.
Sir, kita na po.
Oh, yeah.
Ito po siya.
Yeah. Okay, sige, go down. Just go down. Scroll down, scroll down. Sige lang. Sige pa. Oh, di ba? Saya.
Ay,
Okay, I'll stop. No, 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 no. Go down.
ay,
Yeah, okay. Let me highlight certain things. Una, any generative AI will not tell you na kung ano ang binigay niyang response is correct.
yes po.
Usually, ang itatanong niya sa'yo is whether you like it or not. Okay, so liking something kasi maybe because you find it amusing, you find you find it of value. So, ganun. Now, every time kasi you like something, you find it amusing or value of useful siya, assumes kasi that the person who did the prompt is in a particular situation.
Yes
Okay?
po.
Kaya yung nakalagay dun sa taas, sige, go up.
Saan po,
Yung
sir?
prompt na ginawa natin, sige, go up, go up. To the prompt. Kaya nilagay natin to the prompt is really a situation. Now, kapag nilagay mo kasi yung sitwasyon, maintindihan ng generative AI. Ito yun. So, diretso. Okay? Go down. So, yan. Diyan na lang. Sige. Diyan sa taas mo konti. Yan. Yung summary table. Now, madalas ka ba doon sa 1128?
Yes po.
Okay. So, medyo naiintindihan mo kung ano yung kanilang sitwasyon.
Yes po, sir.
So, dahil nga naiintindihan mo kung ano yung sitwasyon nila, masasabi mo ngayon kung ano ang totoo, more or less, doon sa sitwasyon nila. Tama?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, so that being said, si ChatGPT, nagbigay siya sa'yo ng possible challenges. And the reason why I'm highlighting the word possible challenges, kasi ang ChatGPT, kapag nagluluwa kasi yan, based on training data it has. So yung training data niya, ang ibibigay niyang, ang ibibigay niyang data sa'yo is essentially nasa X bar niya. Yung pinaka, di ba di ba may ganitong conversation sa statistics niya, di ba?
Yes po.
Yung what is the area here? It's about, I think if I remember correctly, my statistics, it's about 67 or 68%, no?
Yes po.
Ibig sabihin, ang iluluwa niyang response sa'yo is anong data na nandito dito. Now, hindi natin alam kung yung sitwasyon ni 1128 is nandiyan ba yan sa data na yan. Okay? So, hindi natin alam. So, that being said, kaya ako tinatanong, paki-validate kasi baka mamaya yung 1128 either nasa right tail or nasa left tail. Kaya ako tinatanong sa'yo, sa challenges na binigay niya, okay?
Apo, sir.
Ano dyan yung totoo sa 1128?
Sir, yung napansin ko po, dun po sa mga ingredients niya po, di ba po, since maliit lang po siya na store, yung mga ingredients po, nakikita po ng mga customers. And lalo na po dun sa mga powder po nila, yung, yung matagal na po na nakastore, nag-oxidize na po. So, yung matagal na po, nag-oxidize and iba na po yung kulay dun po sa bagong lagay po.
So, ibig sabihin you're talking about perishable items, how they handle it.
Yes po, sir.
Oh, madami yan. Okay? So, if you go through that, sinasabi na din kasi niya, this is the data that you need to take a look at.
Okay po.
Now, go up. Go up pa. So, madami yan. Okay, ang kaibahan kasi ng industrial engineering nung panahon ko, at yung panahon nyo ngayon. When I was a student, I really have to go to the location and study everything. For me to come up, ano ba yung challenges nila? Meaning, I really have to go there. Okay? Eh, ngayon sa panahon nyo, you don't need to. Meaning, in order for you to have a list, it's a simple issue of writing the right prompt. At maglalabas na siya ng sangkatutak na challenges. Maglagay ka sa prompt. Provide more examples. Sige. Magbibigay pa yan. So, ibig sabihin, hindi ka mauubusan ng challenges dyan. Ang issue na lang natin ngayon is, totoo ba yan doon sa konteksto ng pinag-aaralan mo, which is yung 1128?
Yes po, sir.
Okay? So anyways, go up. Go up. Sige, sige, sa pinakataas. O sige, pagpalagay natin inventory, tinitingnan mo. Ha? Go down. Tapatan mo inventory. Yan. Siyempre, sasabihin niya sa'yo, Sir, may nakita po ako na nag-oxidize yung ingredient. So, anong ginagawa nila pag na-oxidize yung ingredient?
Sir, parang wala po kasi silang proper system po
Hindi nga.
para
So, ano ang ginagawa nila pag nag-oxidize yung ingredient?
wala po, sir. Pinapabayaan
Ginagamit
lang
pa,
kami nila.
ginagamit pa din nila.
Yes po, sir. Tapos dagdag lang po sila ng dagdag dun sa top.
So, ibig sabihin yung quality, inconsistent.
Yes po.
Tapos ikaw, balik ka din naman ng balik doon.
Sir, mura po kasi. Sir,
Kaya
yung
mo.
ginagamit naman po bago, so nasa taas.
Anyways, sige. Hindi, kasi pag inaral mo kasi siya, lalabas kasi tama pa ba yung pricing nila?
Hmm.
Di ba? Tama pa ba yung pricing?
Apo, sir.
Di ba? May kalaban ba sila doon? Hindi ko alam. May kasama kasi yun. May mga ganong dimension. Pero the reason why I'm asking you this is because, at bakit ganyan ko siya pinapakita sa inyo, is because, pag sinabi mo na, Sir, may problema, napansin ko ito issue nila. Ang scientific study kasi, which is basically our intern project, is that it still follows this logic. You have an observation, you have to get data to confirm if that observation is hypothesis yan. What do you think about that particular thing? So kukuha ka ng data to confirm your hypothesis about what you saw.
Yes po.
Whether this is pre-ChatGPT or post-ChatGPT, ganun pa din tayo gumagawa ng scientific study. There's an observation. From that observation, trying to explain it, we have to form hypothesis. Based on the hypothesis, you need to get data to confirm which among the hypothesis is true or not. O pag nakukuha ka na ng hypothesis, then you form your conclusion. And then from there, you're gonna come up with your recommendation and solution. Hindi pa naman nagbabago yon. Totoo yun dati, hanggang ngayon totoo. At ganun pa din ang gagawin natin ngayon. So sinasabi mo, sir, kasi ganito yung aking na-observe. So sa palagay mo, bakit ganun yung observation na nakita mo? So you still need to gather data. Kaya nagtatanong ako, so anong data yung kailangan mong kunin? Okay? So sasabihin lang niya, ito. Ibig sabihin, kailangan kunin mo to. Kailangan tanong mo sa kanila.
Yes po, sir.
Di ba? Kasi si ChatGPT or si generative AI will only tell you, you need to get this data. Pero ako, as someone who is from the academe that will have to confirm kung naiintindihan ba ni Angeline yung ginagawa niya, kailangan makita ko yung data na yan. That's what
Yes
I'm
po.
saying. Tapos based from that, and then we move forward. Klaro?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, sige, stop share.
So, sir,
Stop share muna, stop share muna.
okay.
Let's go to the other discussion. Basta ganun ang gagawin natin.
Okay po.
Now, let's now talk about your project in itself. Oh, Jana, listen also. But this would also be of value to you later. Okay. So nagpakita ka ngayon sa akin. So what you just showed me is that you chose a company and somehow high level nagbigay ka ng analysis. Tama?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Now, what we want to go is between 2 and 3. Okay? So yun yan. Next. So ano ba yung laman dapat ng iyong NTEM project? So this is what I'm expecting from you. Okay? Ginawa mo ito, ginawa mo na to. So I would want now for you to have a fleshed out. Kamusta ang kanilang sourcing and purchasing strategy? Paano sila nagse-select ng supplier nila? Do they buy in bulk? So, may binanggit ka na kanina eh. They usually buy in 1 month, parang ganun, di ba? Okay din
Yes
naman
po.
yun. Do you think that purchasing strategy was efficient for them? Hindi ko alam. Tapos nagbanggit na rin kanina na lahat ginagawa nila kamay-kamay, manual. Therefore, in order for them to analyze certain things, siguro malamang kailangan i-translate pa nila yung manually na nakuha nila, ilagay nila siguro kahit papaano sa Excel, di ba? Para at least ma-process pa nila. Next, kamusta yung kanilang facilities? In fact, if you notice, dyan sa ChatGPT na binigay, hinighlight na talaga na siya ay take out, di ba? Tama ba?
Apo. Yes
Take
po,
out.
sir.
So, ibig sabihin, yung facilities mo maliit. Though dahil yung facilities mo maliit, hindi pwede mag-antay yung tao doon. So, dapat mabilis ka talagang gumawa
Yes po.
ng iyong particular product. So, ibig sabihin, titignan mo pa pati yung process, di ba? So, eto kasi, nakalagay dito, sa umpisa, parang naghahanap ka pa ng facilities location. Pero dito sa dulo, nagtatanong capacity planning. Ang ibig sabihin kasi yan, kung ganito kaliit yung facilities mo, tapos ganito yung processing or cycle time mo, gaano kadaming order ang iyong napoprocess sa ganito klaseng setup ng facilities sa loob ng isang oras or something. Kung gusto mo pang mag-study ng motion time study dyan para makita mo yung movement ng mga kamay, whatever you have, di ba?
Apo.
So, ilagay din natin doon. That's something that you could actually take a look at. Tapos yung sinasabi mo pag-oxidize, di ba? Sabi mo, sir, hindi, pinapatungan lang naman nila yon, di ba? Pero
Yes
in
po,
terms
sir.
of quality, siyempre, nagbabago yun, di ba?
Apo.
So, those things are inventory issues that you have na hindi ko alam kung yung may transportation sila o nagde-deliver sila. Hindi ko siya hindi ko siya nakita kanina doon sa presentation na ginawa mo. So, anyways, what I'm saying lang is just that what you have is a very good start. Okay? Now, moving forward, kasi ninth week pa lang ngayon, so we still have 10, 11, 12, and 13th week. So, roughly, 4 na linggo pa pinag-uusapan natin. So, kung 4 na linggo na yun, ibig sabihin, for the next 4 weeks, you need to get data. Okay? Bakit kailangan natin kumuha ng data? Okay, the reason why we need to get data, kasi magre-recommend tayo. Alangan namang walang basis yung recommendation mo, di ba?
Apo.
Klaro?
Yes po.
So yun ang dahilan why I'm stating in the prompt, ano kayang data ang pwede mong kunin? So si ChatGPT, si generative AI, sasabihin niya na o kumuha ka ng waste, di ba? Parang gano'n. O sige, let's appreciate that particular thing. Can you share yung ChatGPT screen mo kanina? O yan, yan. Ilagay mo pa yan. For example, yan, inventory mo, inaccurate stock tracking. Kasi nga, nagdi-deteriorate kasi yun, di ba?
Lalagay ko po sir sa prompt.
Ha? Ha?
Lalagay ko po sa prompt.
No, 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 no. What I'm saying is, yung prompt, nagbigay na output. So, tanong ko sa'yo ganito. Anong kukunin mo para makuha mo yung inventory turnover?
Mm, yung mga waste logs po. Tapos daily sales.
Hindi, hindi, yung pangatlo.
Invent.
Inventory turnover ratios. Anong formula niya?
Hindi ko po alam sir.
Itanong mo, ikaw naman eh.
Ay,
Ilagay mo, how to compute for inventory turnover ratios. What data do I need to get? Go. O, di ba? Sarap-sarap nga maging estudyante ngayon. O, nagbigay pa ng example sa'yo. Tagtanong pa siya kung bakit siya importante para sa'yo. O, syempre, syempre, example yan. Yung data na pinag-uusapan natin is go up, go up, baba, 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 baba. Doon sa mismo formula. Formula. Yan. Cost of goods sold. Ibig sabihin, ikaw ang kukuha niyan.
okay po.
You get what I mean? Okay, sige. Isa pa. Go up. Ito pa isa pa. Hindi, hindi mo yan. Sige. Up, 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 up. Hindi, sorry. Yan. Inaccurate stock tag. Ayan.
Ano?
Okay. Yan. How do I go about Hindi, wag. Mahihirapan ka doon sa content. Huwag na natin ganun. Hindi kasi yung physical counting, which is, Jana, issue mo to, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Yung physical count. Oh, anyways. Okay. Sa'yo, malamang kailangan mong gawin kasi importante yon. Meaning between your situation and the situation of Angeline. Kay Angeline, parang secondary siya. Sa'yo, primary. So, yung project mo compared sa project ni Angeline, mag-iiba ang, mag-iiba dimension niya. Pero anyway, so that being said, so Angeline, that's how you go about the next 4 weeks. We will now go deeper into it.
Yes,
Klaro ba?
yes po.
Now, sorry pa, paano po hindi ako bibigyan ng cost of goods sold? Anong gagawin ko? Go down. Anong gagawin mo?
Um, Emotion times 20 po.
Time
Ganun lang
static
po.
cost of goods sold?
Ay,
Ayan o. Cost of goods sold.
maghahanap po ng ano, same,
Eh, maghahanap ka. Di ba? Kasi pwede kasi ayaw nilang ibigay. Di ba? So, tama yung instinct mo. Hahanap ka sa labas. Magkano ba kaya talaga to?
Yes po.
Next question. Paano mo kukompute yung average inventory?
Hmm. Kailangan ko po hingin yung inventory nila if ibibigay po.
Di, ibig sabihin niya, tatanungin mo kasi yan eh. Kasi ganito yan, sa totoong buhay, ito ibig sabihin kasi niyan eh. Ang ending inventory niyo po ba, inaantay niyo po ba na maging zero? Kasi ang tinatanong niya dito is the value of inventory at the end of the period. Di
Hmm.
ba? So pag sinabi mong zero, ibig sabihin wala kang natirang inventory. So ibig sabihin ng peso value nun, zero. Eh ang beginning inventory, malalaman mo. Bakit? Kasi pag inaral mo yung cost of goods sold mo, at sinasabi nila, they buy every 3 to 4 weeks, di ba?
Opo, sir.
Sinabi niya, shinare nila yon. So
Yes.
malalaman mo, tapos hindi ka nila bibigyan kung magkano yung cost bawat isa, di ba? Pero ang sabi na instinct mo, hindi, maghahanap ako sa labas, similar. So malalaman mo ngayon kung magkano yung cost ng goods, di ba?
Yes po.
I-multiply mo lang ngayon yun between 3 to 4 weeks. So malalaman mo ngayon yung beginning inventory. So may numero ka dito. Ang ending inventory mo, zero. So malalaman mo ngayon kung ano yung average inventory niya. Kasi itong binigay niyang formula. Klaro?
Yes po.
So alam mo na kung paano mo gagawin.
Yes po.
Kung yun ang problema mo. Paano kung hindi? O kaya meron tayong 4 na linggo. Pag-uusapan natin.
Yes po, sir. So,
Klaro?
sir, sa inventory lang po muna ako mag-focus.
Hindi. Parang lalabas when you write your paper, meron kang primary focus. Tapos meron kang secondary.
So, sir, kailangan pa rin po lahat yun
Yep.
i-analyze.
Yep.
Okay po.
Yep. Kasi yung ating framework kasi na meron kang facilities, inventory transportation, sourcing and pricing and information. Hindi naman siya separate eh, di ba? We're only studying it separately. Pero sa totoong buhay, interconnected yun. Pag may in-improve ka sa isa, may effect. Clear?
Yes po, sir.
So alam mo na kung anong gagawin mo susunod.
Yes po.
So that being said, laliman mo pa kung ano sa palagay mo, kung anong problema nila. Kasi if you're looking at it only dahil sir, nag-oxidize yun, is that a supply chain issue?
Mm, no po.
Hindi, di ba? Hindi, di ba?
Yes po.
Parang malayo, di ba? Meaning it's related, but it's kinda parang secondary din siya. Pero pag pinag-uusapan natin, sir, kasi nag-oxidize. Sinabi mo sa akin, hindi nila tinatapon eh. Pinapatungan lang nila eh. Ano bang problem kapag pinatong mo lang yung bagong stock doon sa lumang stock?
Sir, kasi yung matagal na pwede pong mapanis and maaapektuhan po yung mga bagong
Ayun,
ano po, powders.
di ba? So, kung titignan mo ngayon siya from an inventory perspective, anong gagawin mo? Saan dapat nakakanister, di ba? Parang ganito. Maglalagay ka sa inventaryo nito. Ito, inventory ko to. Tapos may takip. Di ba? For example lang, just for the sake of discussion.
Yes po.
Sorry, wag yun. Reality lang. Sorry, nakikita nyo ba? Ayan.
Oh,
May cup, di ba? Ang cup na to, binuksan ko yung cup na to. Pagpalagay natin, kunwari, August, October 6. So, alam mo na binuksan mo to na October 6. Tama? So,
Yes.
pag instead na lalagyan mo lang siya dito on top, ang gagawin mo, tatanggalin mo talaga to at papalitan mo siya ng panibago. Tapos yung panibago lalagay mo, ito, October 13 ko to binuksan.
Yes po.
Diba? Para at least hindi ko gamitin yung isang bagay na binuksan ko noong October 6 kasi nag-oxidize na to eh. Magkakaroon ng effect na yun sa lasa ng coffee ko. Clear?
Yes po.
So, ano expectation mo sa'yo when we see each other again next week?
Sir, kailangan ko po makakuha ng mga data and lawas laliman ko po yung about po dun sa inventory po.
Yeah. Ako suggestion ko, di ba yung ChatGPT naman, naglabas eh. Can you go doon sa table?
Dito po?
Yan. Yan. I-validate mo kung challenge ba yun talaga sa kanila.
Okay po.
Di ba?
Yes po.
Klaro?
Yes po.
Okay. O siya, sige. See you next week.
Thank you po, sir.
Okay, sige. Ingat-ingat. Jana, your turn.
Okay, wait lang. Share screen ko lang po.
Go.
Kita na po ba?
Yep.
Oh, wait lang. Okay. So, sorry, sir. Good morning, sir. I am Jana Idos, and today I will be presenting my chosen company and yung supply chain drivers niya. So, my chosen company is Aquageyser, which is a water equipment and supplies company founded on June 2020, and its physical store is located in Kamiling, Tarlac. So they sell water supplies, which includes water station essentials such as gallons, seals, plastics, and others. And they also sell equipment like water station machines, house filtration system, pumps, and others. And they also provide services to fix those said equipment and install those equipment. And nagsiset up rin po sila ng mga water station. Okay, so let's now go to the supply chain drivers of Aquageyser.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So first we have sourcing and purchasing. So currently they have 6 local suppliers and they rely on multiple suppliers para may backup in case walang stock yung isa. At of course, para makapili rin sila ng pinakamurang option. And pagdating naman sa pagpili ng supplier, yung tinitignan nila is price, delivery speed, product availability, and of course, the quality. So meron silang, of course, contracts and payment terms with their suppliers para maayos yung transaction. And yung challenge nila here is, minsan, pare-pareho yung importer ng mga supplier nila. So, kapag nagka-delay or walang ma-deliver yung importer, apektado silang lahat. And pagdating naman sa pagbili ng stocks, depende siya sa current availability. So, wala silang formal system and based lang siya sa manual monitoring of stocks. So, next we have information technology. As of now, Aquageyser doesn't use any POS or ERP system. Excel lang talaga and manual counting yung ginagamit nila for recording. So, ang process nila is manual muna yung recording of sales, purchases, and inventory. Tapos, ililipat siya sa Excel. So, very prone to human error and very tedious gawin siya araw-araw. So, may Facebook page sila na ginagamit for promotions and customer inquiries. Kapag may surplus ng item, doon sila nagpo-post ng mga discounts para daw mabilis maubos. So, they said na they're very open to integrate technology in their operations. Especially gusto nila yung may real-time tracking feature para makikita agad kung ilan yung stocks and kailan mag-order. So ngayon yung ginagamit nila is 2-year historical data para mag-analyze ng demand. Pero gusto nga nila magkaroon ng more automated and accurate system in the future like I mentioned. So now let's go to facilities. So Aquagizer currently has a small warehouse and a physical store. Yung total warehouse space nila is around 400 square meters and 10 feet. So yung 70% ng space nila allocated siya for fast-moving items like containers and filters, habang yung natitira naman is yung mga para sa slow-moving items na. So strategically located naman daw yung warehouse nila kasi nasa gitna siya actually ng areas na they are servicing. Kaya very efficient for deliveries. Yung problema lang daw is kapag peak season, since maliit yung warehouse, hindi nagkakasya yung stocks, kaya kung saan-saan na nakalagay yung mga stocks nila para ma-handle pa rin yung demand. And bukod pa doon, challenge rin daw po nila yung per ventilation dun sa warehouse, and plan nila in the future is mag-expand ng facilities para of course mas ma-accommodate yung growing demand. Then when it comes to inventory naman, yung fast-moving products nila is yung mga plastic seals, water containers, filters, and yung mga slow-moving items ay yung mga tanks and machines. So para sa fast-moving, they maintain at least 2 months worth of stock. Pero sa slow-moving, nag-reorder lang sila kapag umabot sa 2 weeks worth na lang. So during peak season, like summer, syempre nag-order sila ng mas maraming stock to meet higher demand kasi they sell water station supplies. And wala silang formal forecasting system. Instead, they use historical data from the past 2 years to guide their decisions. And to keep track of their inventory, every Saturday, nagma-manual count sila, then reorder every Monday. So, isa sa major challenges nila dito is, again, sa manual checking kasi minsan nagkakaroon ng counting errors, kaya may cases na akala may stock pa pero wala na pala. So gusto rin nila eventually magkaroon ng better system for this. And next we have transportation. So may apat silang sasakyan. So dalawang closed vans, isang pickup, and dalawang motovan. So meron silang daily delivery schedule na naka-alternate per area. For example, since yung store nga is located sa Tarlac. So, every Monday sa Upper Tarlac, then every Tuesday sa Western Pangasinan, and so on. So, per route, nakakabenta sila ng around 30 to 50 customers in one trip. And yung main transportation cost nila is sa fuel, maintenance, and of course, manpower. So, isa sa mga challenges nila here is nasisira yung mga sasakyan like often at limited yung capacity ng vehicles. Kaya they want na in the future, yung mga delivery van sana is yung mas malaki pa para mas maraming customers yung mapuntahan in one trip. But like overall, kahit may challenges, efficient pa rin naman yung delivery network nila. So for my primary focus, I want to focus on the information technology. Kasi while I was doing my observation, yung laging naririnig kong problem is manual, manual, manual. So from inventory counting to purchasing and recording transactions, everything done manually siya. So nagli-lead sa frequent errors, delays, and efficiency. And since this is a core problem, if I focus on this, ma-address ko rin yung other problems such as for example sa inventory where nagma-manual count ng stocks, then for sourcing and purchasing as well, which is nakabase yung pag-order of course sa manual counting. So if mali yung pagkabilang nila, then hindi rin sila makaka-order on time sa mga suppliers and wala rin po silang mabibenta. So by improving their IT system, especially through automation and real-time inventory tracking, Aquagizer can make better sourcing decisions, prevent stockouts, and streamline their overall operations. So that's all for my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Lalagpas lang, mag-overtime tayo ha. Kasi ang klase natin hanggang 9:20 lang. Do you have class after this pa?
Yes, sir. Pero mamaya po naman po. So.
Okay, sige. Okay. So, nag-post ako sa chat. Yung pinakahuling na lang na message, yun na lang yung kopyahin mo. Tapos ilagay mo sa generative AI of your choice. Tapos let's have a discussion after that.
Stop her muna po.
Yeah, go ahead. Pag hindi pa naging successful yung business ng dad mo, ewan ko na lang. Sana i-implement niya.
Opo.
Kasi kung puro study-study lang tayo, tapos hindi mo naman niya i-implement, wala rin magiging pagbabago sa business. Okay, go down. So parang tulad ng discussion ko kanina, no? So, yan. Sabi mo, hindi yan titingnan mo. Sige. Ano gusto
Ay,
mong tingnan? Could be inventory,
information.
could be information technology. Kasi nasa Infosys din kita, di ba?
Opo.
Kaya gusto mo information technology. And then, I hope then, in your case, na-highlight na yung sinasabi nga natin, di ba? I mean, if you go back to your notes in the first 2 weeks, sinabi kasi doon na among the drivers, ang merong pinakamalaking effect pag improvement is if you have improved the information system of a particular company. Kasi based on the information system that you have at makukuha mo yung data, hindi malalaman mo na kung ano performance mo in terms of how you utilize your facility, kamusta yung inventory management mo, kamusta yung transportation mo. Meaning, you can only do facilities, inventory, and transportation management if you have data, di ba? If you have information. Kaya nga
Yes, sir.
sinasabi natin doon sa information system class natin, di ba, na yung information system has to be appreciated from the point of view of an IE. And it is appreciated in a sense that you are designing separate elements in order for you to collect, store, process data so that you can distribute the reports for decision making, for coordination and control, which is what you're actually doing right now. Kaya superimpose siya, di ba? Yung operations mo, yung business mo is really a supply chain. However, yung gagamitin mong leverage or gagamitin mong lever to improve your supply chain is actually information technology. So, yun yun. So, that being said, okay, sabi mo inventory yung gusto mong tingnan or information or whatever it is that you want. So, nakalagay na dyan. Inventory, yan ang kailangan mo. Anong data na kailangan mo kunin? Inventory turnover ratios, ABC analysis reports. So, question, ano yung ibig sabihin ng ABC analysis? Alam mo ba yan?
Yes, sir. Inaral sa OM.
Yan yung fast moving, slow moving, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hindi ko alam kung speed lang ba talaga dapat siya o dapat lagyan mo siya ng konteksto ng monetary value. Hindi ko alam. So, some people kasi hinihiwalay pa nila yung ganong konteksto. Nilalagyan pa nila ng weight.
Sir,
Ibig
yung ano,
sabihin,
sa tinuro sa amin sa OM po, like, price po yung basis niya nun sa ABC. Like, yung value ng product.
so yun, nasa iyo.
Ay, sige,
Kasi
sir.
pwede din naman kasing quantity.
Okay po.
Pero yung ibang practitioner kasi, binibigyan nila ng weight yung quantity at saka yung value, yung monetary value. Ibig sabihin, they still compute it the way you're computing it. Kaso, nilalagyan nila ng weight na mas mabigat yung isang variable as compared to the other variable. Depende kasi yun sa company. Depende yun sa sitwasyon ng company. So, pag na-compute na nila yon, tapos nilagyan nila ng weight, tapos magra-rank na sila, di ba? Tama?
Opo.
Nira-rank yan, di ba? Tapos maglalagay ka ng
Opo.
certain classification, di ba? Parang, ano ba
Yes.
ginagamit yung group 1, group 2, group 3? Or
Yung ganyan po.
item A, B, and C? Kasi nga
Opo,
ABC
ganun.
analysis. Basta,
Opo.
basta you group them together, di ba? So,
Yes, sir.
so yun lang naman ang ibig sabihin. So, if you know that, then that's well and good. Now, ang issue mo kasi is really not that it's manual. Ang issue mo is how to do the count.
Okay.
Tanong, lahat ba kina-count every week?
Yes, sir. Lahat po.
And you only count it at the end of the week?
Yun, sir. Every Saturday po.
O yun yung problema doon. Okay. Okay, sige. Anyways, maglagay ka sa prompt. What is the practical way of doing counting if you already have categorized your inventory into Class A, Class B, Class C? Provide. Ah, sige,
Ay,
hindi na, hindi na, okay lang pabayaan mo. Yan. Now, the reason why I know this is because I do this in my consulting. You do not count everything every week. There are certain things that you count on a daily basis. There are certain things that you count every week. Kasi bakit mo naman ika-count yung isang bagay na hindi naman gumagalaw, di ba?
Opo.
Sayang ka lang. In fact, ang ginagawa is ganito. Doon sa mismong warehouse o kung saan mo siya nilalagay, parang may dalawang ano to, manual to. Obviously, kapag nilagyan mo na ng computerization nito, mag-iiba itsura nito. Pero usually kasi yung computerization, it takes money and it takes time to implement. No? If kung wala pa doon, ang importante lang naman kasi is accurate yung count mo eh. It doesn't necessarily mean na the only accurate count is done through computers, di ba? Hindi naman totoo
Oh.
yun, di ba? Kasi you can have an accurate count even if you do this thing manually. So usually, ang ginagawa ng tao, let me just use an example. So parang may dalawa kang, parang may dalawa kang papel. Minamark mo na, oh, itong item na ito, I need to count this thing every day. Nakalagay lang kasi dyan monthly, weekly, quarterly, semi-annually. Kasi ang iniisip kasi ni ChatGPT, malaking warehouse. Hindi
Oh.
naman malaking warehouse nyo, di ba?
Opo. Opo.
Maliit. So kung maliit, ibig sabihin, instead of monthly or weekly, baka mamaya, it has to be daily basis. Maglagay ka, lagay mo, transform the count into daily, weekly, monthly. Sige, sige. Transform the count to daily, weekly, monthly. Para para baguhin niya. Go. So yan. Di ba? Okay. Again, the reason why I know how to approach this thing this way is, again, because practice ko yan. Di ba? Meaning, sir, bakit alam nyo kung ano dapat mong i-prompt? Kasi nga, it's a practice that I know. I do that in my consulting work. Kaya I know how to approach certain things. No? But anyway, so that being said, usually, may mga bagay na weekly or daily mo siyang kinakount. So doon sa parang sa pinaka warehouse mo, pag yung isang card, which is your inventory card, nasa kanan, ibig sabihin, kinount ko na siya. Pag nasa kaliwa pa siya, ibig sabihin, hindi ko pa siya nakakount. So at the end of the week, wherein I need to understand kung ilan na talaga yung inventory ko, kinukuha ko lang yung mga na-count ko. Tapos ina-update ko lang yung file ko. Mabilis yun.
Mm.
Pero kailangan i-schedulein mo kung ano yung Class A, Class B, Class C. Kasi kapag Class A yan, kakount mo talaga yun everyday.
Okay, sir. Mm.
Solusyon na yan. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung problema. Pabaliktad na natin gagawin. The reason why pabaliktad natin siyang gagawin kasi na-experience mo na eh. It is something that you already are experiencing. Okay, so kailangan gawan natin siya ng solusyon. Kaya pabaliktad natin siyang gagawin kasi tayo ay nasa eskwelahan. So sa eskwelahan kasi may format tayong sinusunod. Ang format na sinusunod natin is that ang thinking process kasi sa eskwelahan is that, di ba yung cause and effect, di ba? Ang effect is that, sir, mali yung count ko eh. Inaccurate yung count. Yun ang effect. So ano yung cause? Hindi pa natin alam. Okay? So ang gagawin natin is, nagawa mo niya ba yung ABC analysis
Saan, sir? In general or sa company?
sa company?
Ay, hindi pa po.
Oh, yun na. So you can start with that.
Sir.
Pero yung ABC analysis is just a start. Huh? It doesn't
Opo.
fix anything yet. Diba? Na-classify mo lang na A, B, and C. That's it.
Okay po.
But the end result that you see is an accurate count, which means you still have to count. You still have to develop an instruction. Paano ka magka-count?
Yes, sir.
Diba? Like, anong oras ka dapat mag-count? For sure, yung end of day yan na magka-count ka kasi para wala nang movement eh. Diba? So
Opo.
anyways, dadaanan naman natin yan. Okay, ang point ko lang is like this. Tulad ng sinabi ko kanina kay Angeline, it's good that you have something to start on kasi yung ating NTEM project, sige, stop share ka na. Okay, ito yung format kasi natin, di ba? So, ini-expect ko sa'yo next week is that if you're gonna be focusing on inventory, kasi nga felt mo na siya, I hope you could already provide more details into it. Kasi starting next week, papunta na tayo dito sa recommendation mo o recommendation. Pero basic kasi sa atin ang gagawin ko is, okay, may observation ka. Diba? Sinasabi yung observation mo, sir, kasi ito yung nakikita kong problem nila. O talaga, o di-analyze natin. Pag in-analyze mo kasi yan, you need to come up with data. Pag sinabi mong data, data coming from the company yan. Tapos yung data na yan, we will process it with the proper tools. Di ba?
Yes,
Yung
sir.
pinapa-replicate ko kasi sa inyo, those are tools that are actually specific only to supply chain. However, in order for you to conduct a supply chain study, there are certain tools that you have to use na napag-aralan mo na in the past. Parang tulad ng sitwasyon mo. Tinuro ko ba sa iyo ABC analysis? Hindi, di ba?
Hindi
It's
po.
not even discussed here. Pero
Yes,
since
sir.
we're looking at the company from a supply chain lens, naisip mo, sir, may problema kami sa inventory. So anong tools ang gagamitin mo in order for you to approach it that way? Based on your situation, You really have to do ABC analysis. Which ako, ine-expect ko, dapat gawin mo talaga. Because
Okay,
from
sir.
a supply chain perspective, that is one of the first step that you have to do. Pero, hindi ko tinuro sa supply chain yun. Di ba? Pero, according to the design of our curriculum, before you reach supply chain, you should have taken up a particular course in the past. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Di ba? So, na-prerequisite siya in one way or the other. So ako, ini-expect ko na kahit hindi natin siya na-tackle, hindi natin siya napakita in the replication worksheets that you have, my expectation is that huhugutin mo yung natutunan mo na yun. Okay, so
Okay,
I
sir.
just want to be very, very clear about that. Okay? Kasi yung karamihan ng pinag-aaralan natin ngayon sa supply chain is that you are already looking at the company holistically from a supply chain perspective. And when you look at things holistically in a supply chain perspective, titingnan mo talaga ang facilities, inventory, at transportation. In
Okay, sir.
fact, sa'yo, based on our conversation, ang usapan natin dito is hindi siya inventory lang. Di ba? You touch
Opo.
on it also eh. Information system siya eh.
Yes po.
Di ba? So, ang expectation ko when we see each other next week is that you can provide data based on why do you think inventory is such an issue for you. So question ko sa'yo ganito. Anong data kukunin mo?
Mm, siguro, sir, kasi yung dun nga sa problema nila sa manual counting is parang akala nila may stock pa yung isang bagay but wala na. Siguro like yung sir, revenue na nalulose nila dahil doon.
Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
ibig sabihin, kukunin mo yung instances or yung frequency wherein lumabas yung sitwasyon. Akala
Yes,
ko ba
sir.
meron pa? Asa na? O tapos pag nakuha mo yung frequency, i-multiply mo siya in terms of magkano ba dapat yung kinita ko doon?
Yes, sir.
Panalo yan. So lumalabas ngayon, you're creating now the business case for it. What you're saying, kaya kailangan ko siyang tingnan because you now have created the business case. Tama?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
okay tayo doon. So, kunin mo yun.
Opo.
Okay.
Pangalawa, bakit nagkaroon ng bakit nagkaroon ng maling inventory information? Anong titingnan mong susunod?
Sir, yung kung paano sila mismo mag-count ng inventory.
Yes.
Like, yung sabi mo kanina, sir, kaya kailangan mag-conduct ng ABC analysis.
Hmm. So,
Hmm.
yun.
Yun, sir.
So, tanong mo, paano ba po kayo nagka-count? Anong proseso? Di
Yes,
ba?
sir.
Ano yung proseso ng pagka-count? Hindi lang proseso eh. Sa inventory kasi, importante yung proseso. At the same time, importante kung kailan mo siya kinakount.
Okay, sir.
Kasi you should not count kung merong operations. Bakit? Eh baka pag kinount mo na, after a few minutes may bumili, mali na count mo. Di ba? Mali na
Opo.
count mo. So dapat gagawin mo talaga yun at the end of the day, especially for the A, item A or class A or category A, na dapat frozen o fini-freeze mo. So, para accurate yung count. Para kapag may pagbabago, mare-reflect siya sa next count mo. Kasi you counted it this way. Tapos, kukunin mo naman kasi kung magkano yung order. Tapos, pagbabanggain mo siya. Okay?
Opo.
So, that is my expectation from you. No? Sa inventory tsaka sa information yon.
Okay
Next.
po.
May konteksto ba yan ng facilities?
What do you mean po?
Paano naka-arrange ang warehouse?
Ay, sir, sabi po ni Papa, 70% ng space na occupy siya ng mga fast-moving items.
Oo nga. Pero paano ka naka-arrange?
Ay, not sure.
Di ba? Gets ko yun, pero paano siya naka-arrange?
Okay.
Physically. Hindi kasi sa warehousing kasi may tinasabi sila yung fast moving, ilalagay mo sa pinakamalapit na exit. Bakit?
Mm,
Kasi nga, fast moving eh, di ba? Kung nilalagay mo ito sa likod, di ba? In terms of lean manufacturing, ang dami ng waste noon in terms of movement, di ba?
oh,
Transportation tsaka motion eh, di ba? O, ayaw mo nun. So what you want is the fastest moving, the fastest inventory turnover, yung pinakamabilis. Ilagay mo siya sa pinakamalapit of exit tsaka entrance. Para kapag in-enter, konti lang yung travel, maikli. O pag exit, konti lang din yung travel,
mm,
labas. Pero ang challenge mo, pag ganun ang ginawa mo, dahil fast moving siya, magkaroon ka naman ng pilferage. Baka nakawin. Di ba? Kasi
mm,
nga fast moving. So,
oh,
ibig sabihin, kaya ko tinatanong, paano naka-arrange? Kasi baka mamaya may ganun. Hindi ko naman sinasabing may nakawan dyan. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that risk is there.
opo.
Okay? So, those things kailangan nating makita. Ibig sabihin,
Okay.
papakitaan mo pa ako ngayon ng facilities layout. Hindi ko naman sinasabing, kahit block layout lang siya, parang facilities management planning, di ba? Naka-block layout lang naman kayo doon, di ba?
Opo.
Di ba? Tapos sasabihin mo lang na basic na drawing, dito po nakalagay yung mga category A, category B, category C. Para
Okay
at
po.
least kumpleto siya. So lumalabas ngayon, akala mo ay inventory at information na manual. Nagkakaroon ngayon ng dimension ng facilities.
Okay, sir.
Okay? Kasi ano yun eh. May, actually sa warehousing ko to na natutunan eh. Structure dictates behavior.
Mm,
How something is physically structured will dictate how one will actually behave. So, akala ko totoo lang yun sa warehousing. Pati pala sa organizational chart. Meaning, how something is structured. Ganun din ang magiging behavior. But anyways, magna 9:49. So, alam mo na kung ano ipipresent mo sa akin next week.
yes, sir.
Klaro ha?
Opo. Sir, repeat ko lang. So, for inventory and information, mag-ABC analysis po ako. Then, magpe-present ako ng data why inventory is an issue.
Business case.
Ay, business case. Okay.
So,
Then, for facility po, block layout.
na naka-identify which ones are, saan nakalagay yung A, yung B, at saka yung C.
Okay, sige. Yun lang po, sir.
Pero sa block layout, importante na makita yung entrance and exit.
Opo.
Okay, Roots. Okay.
Okay, sige po.
That's it. Okay, sige. Ingat. Thank
Sige
you.
po. Thank you po.
Okay.
Okay. Ingat, sir.
So there. Well, we went overboard or overtime by 20 minutes. So thank you very much for Jules, to Angeline, and to Jana. And for those who chose not to come in, I hope you're watching this and you could have a sense of what is necessary for the company study moving forward. Okay, guys, stay safe.